Okay, so on this day we have boss strike is going to be in 5 days and 9 hours, which is always a nice thing to have information on. Mostly because, you know, it is a big event. I don't know. Either way, I don't know if I can click on the gold there. It's time to grab the XP off of all the shops. Now some people are doing a thing where they turn off all their shops and invest into a bunch of extra storage. But I'm not gonna do that because I am not gonna do that. Yeah. Great. Meat demand is satisfied. The reason I'm not doing that is since I'm not like one of the Morgan's House havers, I will not be getting very much XP if I turn off all my shops. So you know, it's kind of crucial for me to keep the shops running, even if I could get like, you know, 5k more storage, maybe 6, 7k more storage. I mean, I did get like, you know, an extra large warehouse right there. Storage up to 28k. Only a little bit of issue with that, which is the fact that, well, the issue being, of course, that I would need to get quite a few population into storage capacity to even get there. I don't know. So I'm just gonna build 3 widgets because widgets are useful and laurels are effectively capped. Let's see, I want the... do I need that? No. Arctic Trooper? I got something to promote, probably. I can promote this, I cannot promote this. Okay. So I can't promote that for lack of steel. Maybe I will train nothing that uses steel for this day. Or maybe instead I will just continue on like usual. Yeah, let's continue on like usual or the other thing. Well, I think I will build at least one more tank. I'm probably fine on Arctic Troopers. I'm not going to build any more of them. At least for now. So instead, I will build Scout and another Scout. Alright, I can... I'll just collect that for the XP anyways. Even though the XP is basically just about nothing. Awful long loading screen this time around. Oh, there it goes. Not sure what happened. I think the update changed how long the loading screens take or something. Which is, you know, kind of annoying. I don't know exactly. I mean, it's supposed to be like, you know, an improvement. But if the first loading screen takes a while, then You know, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. You never know. Kill the sandworm. So as for SP on units, got a bit more to grind out, honestly. Well, I don't know about if it's gonna be super quick, but I think it should be fine. Spend a few hours or something over the coming few days before the boss strike starts. Something like that. Yeah. So anyways, the next plan. So just go clear these out, I guess. Bring the maulers to the party. That guy is basically 1 health and 200 armor. Well, not anymore. +1 bar. So, as things are going, should be pretty. Dang, that guy does hit pretty hard, doesn't he? Coffin or something. Always annoying when an enemy gets left with like a very small sliver of health, and then you just kind of have to use another attack on them. So what else are you gonna do? So you're not gonna like let him live. Yes. Okay, we'll go for that. As always with the Navy, just barely not one-shotting the enemy units. Which is kind of annoying. Like, really kind of annoying. Just always leaving them with a sliver of health. Regardless of if it's like 50 health or 100 health, it's the same thing as far as Navy attacks are concerned. Oh, 2 more wimps. I think the plan for those is to go for 2,000 maybe. 2,000 maybe. Nothing there, okay. Go to the ocean. Oh, look at that, we got this guy. Yeah. I could technically use the groupers, but you know, I don't. Well. I'm just gonna use the other units. Because the groupers, they're very unlikely to die. but there's still the slight off chance that they do manage to die. And that very slight chance is enough to set the fight into complete teeth deficit. Complete teeth deficit is just, you know, not fun. As for, you know, losing a random boat, well, this boat is not dead yet, so I'll use it anyways. That's a good attack. I do appreciate the not killing any of the boats there. See, 2 more attacks until that, so we just keep on hitting it with the battleships. I may as well use this boat. It's at 20 health. It's gonna die in an attack anyways. Minus 665. Wow. You know, that's exactly why tentacles are kind of annoying. They could just do 1 billion damage basically. Okay, please don't poison. Thank you. Thank you very much, game. That's not ideal, but it survived, so maybe it's fine. I just need to hit it a couple more times here. Of course, can't get out of the fight without losing another boat. But that's, you know, like a bar and a couple gears lost. I mean, as well as steel. Steel's important, but at the same time, I don't know. Plus 8 teeth. That's the big thing there. So I gotta save up on those teeth for healing the maulers when they inevitably die in the boss strike. So that's 4 gears. I'll use that. I'll do that one first, and then I'll do that one. Wait, my oil is really that low? What have I been spending it on? I've been spending it on tanks, haven't I? Well, I should turn on the additional oil pumps then. This one can stay off though. It's not gonna be providing much. But I should definitely get the oil supply back up, cause I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that for repairs. Alright, well, now it's time to obviously go clear out the critters for the 100th time, 1000th time, whatever number of time. Because that's just how it goes when you need teeth. You gotta deal with this infinite teeth grind. Man, I definitely need teeth. Like, real bad. I mean, not quite as bad as before the Kraken. And the 8 teeth off the Kraken was like, you know, a max roll there, so really lucky. I don't want that guy because he's Waiting to promote. Waiting to promote. That's the story of this game at this point. Either grinding the SP or waiting for the promotion. It does get kind of old sometimes. But fortunately, boss strike is coming up. So that might be really nice. I don't know. It's gonna be either pretty nice or really tough. No real in between there, I don't think. Gonna hope for Mauler hard carry. Gonna hope for crits on the enemy Chinook with every attack. Using the ranged frag because that's just how it's gonna go. Or gonna need to go. Gonna hope for lots of things. And whether or not any of them actually take place, yeah, that'll be up in the air. But, you know, it might not be bad to have there. Yeah. So we just clear the raptors, as always. Interestingly enough, the raptors are worse against the Bigfoots, I mean, against the Maulers, than the boars are. Maybe it's because of resistances. Maybe it's because of lower damage of the raptors. I honestly don't know. And to be honest, I don't know if it really matters either. Probably doesn't. Yeah, it probably doesn't. Oh, with the amount of critters and stuff I've been killing in the pursuit of teeth, my gold bank has significantly increased. Like, I feel like just a couple weeks ago, maybe, at max, it was, you know, 10 million less than it is now, if not more. And I've been spending it too, on like base upgrades and vehicles, promotions and all that. And it still seems to be going up. Regardless of how many times I spend it or so on. Regardless. So like, what, 85% now on the R6 for frag? Yeah, 85%. Been doing a lot of critter battles with them. Honestly, I'm not feeling it on the mammoths right now. So instead, I'm gonna go grind SP on these guys. Because it's basically the same. maybe I can even go kill the silver wolves in recoil. Or do some other stuff somewhere else. Hit him with the big laser. Quite a few units though to really work on, I think. Okay, so I want to make sure that the missile mammoth doesn't get to attack, if possible, because I don't like this unit. Okay, cool. Very nice. We'll get rid of that. Except not. Try again. And it's still alive. We'll clear out that and then we'll get sniped for a 100 damage. Well, that's 100 damage, that won't matter. Yeah, these guys are honestly pretty terrible versus the maulers. You know, maybe it's because of the fact the maulers are just that good. Or, you know, maybe it's because they have a lot less area damage, high value piercing fire, like, you know. Shotgun attack did way more than the cannon attack there. That's because the shotgun attack is not explosive type damage. And I should probably use the other checker orientation there real quickly. Yeah. Clear out a larger portion. Hit those two. And then for this guy, yeah, I can target it properly. And it'll die. Only one more raiders left too. Good to go. One more attack like that, and I'll be clear on the that stuff. There we go. Go for the laser. And then I can checker strike these two guys without any issue. Without any issue at all. And that's that. Yeah, honestly, the Mega Silver Wolves are way scarier than the Mega Raiders. Probably because the Mega Silver Wolves do a lot more damage. Now if I go to the Southern Frontier, right, and I go to New Haven, and I click on the factory, because that's gonna have gears, and there it is, the worst unit in the game. So I'm gonna fight, I'm gonna pass, I'm gonna retry, fight, pass, retry, and there we go, we got some non-helicopter formation. So that's not actually so bad, but then we got this other stuff here, which is gonna... Actually, no, this formation was actually really easy. Because nothing attacked, and everything died. Everything died. +1 gear, alright. Alright, helicopter, I'm gonna pass on that because I don't like the helicopter. Clear out some of the stronger stuff immediately. And realistically, the only threat here is the guy with the spiked baseball bat. And he's going down. That was the wrong attack. This will be the right attack. Alright, helicopter, which is the worst. Helicopter, which is the worst, is still... Like, no one likes this stupid helicopter unit. Because it is, like, the bane of any unarmored unit, and half of the armored units as well. So for the boss strike, it's just going to be this thing. And this stupid helicopter thing. Which, you know, is not hittable with anything that doesn't do anti-air. So, you know, the maulers, they won't hit him. The range frag, it can kill it, but it seems to take 2 shots on average unless it crits. Which is not the best. Okay, there's a gear. Now if this thing attacks, it will show why it is the scariest enemy unit in the entire formation. That'll be fightable. Well, I guess if it doesn't attack, then it's fine. Out here trying to prove a point that a unit is bad and it's just not attacking. So, you know, it's still bad. Everyone should know that. Know how bad this thing is. I just gotta demonstrate that, obviously. Alright, that's the checker strike. Which, honestly, not that big a deal. Alright, so this... Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to purposely use the checker strike here. And it's going to use the... See, yeah, whatever. Obviously, whatever I'm doing is not working out, so I'm just going to clear the fight and call it good. Good enough. Good enough. So that does, like, farm up some of the gears. However, that is going to be the end of this one. Because I'm pressed on time, perhaps? Oh, it's already gone on long enough, too. So, that's that. Goodbye.